let's get it out. In this video, I'm going to share with you guys an experience that some might find crazy, but yeah, not too long ago, I logged into a totally Chinese website and bought something off of it, and yet I've never seen the interior of a Chinese class. Stay with me, I'll explain. Which site was that? It's called Taobao. Taobao is actually a marketplace site by the Alibaba group, and that's the Jack Ma empire that owns the likes of Alibaba itself and AliExpress. Take note that Taobao is actually the largest consumer-to-consumer online shopping website in the world and the second most visited website in China. It's basically the main outlet through which lots of small and medium businesses and manufacturers sell their products in China. It even forced eBay to close shop and check out of China. The catch here though is that Taobao is intended for the local Chinese market, and so everything in it is in Chinese, but I bet you that they well know that some folk from outside China sneak in and buy some stuff, as lately they have actually started shipping directly to some countries outside of China, like Singapore for example. Now, the big question is, why would a human outside of China and who only speaks English and Kiswahili want to buy a product from Taobao and not the other English sites like Amazon or even AliExpress for example? Two main reasons. First, there is actually a lot of products that are China only and you'll not find them outside of China, and secondly, there are some items which are literally knockoff versions of US products and much less prices and really not that much less of quality. For instance, in my case, I was after this tiny ITX computer case that is actually a clone of the popular but quite expensive Loki Ghost S1 from the US. The Ghost S1 itself costs $300, but this Chinese knockoff is a more reasonable $90 for basically the same thing. You get me now? So how do you make it through this Taobao quagmire? My first and biggest savior was Google Chrome. It comes with Google Translate out of the box, built in, so once you open Taobao.com, it already jumps on and starts translating everything. There's some downsides though, two of which are major. The first thing is, some of the content on Taobao, especially product descriptions, might actually be images with text baked into them, so Google Translate will not even translate that into English. Secondly, you might find that you're not able to click on some links like selection fields where you specify what specs of the item you want to order. In my case, I needed to choose the white case and not the gray one. In that case, I'd have to actually revert back to Chinese once I figured out what button to click so that I can make the selection. It will also do you much good to actually install the Google Translate app on your phone, because with that, you can actually even just translate in real time whatever is on your computer screen by just taking photos. One interesting thing is that once I launched a chat with the seller of the case I wanted using their chat app, it's called Aliwangwang. The brother was good enough to actually take the translation burden on himself. I'd actually type in English and he'd do the translation round trip on his end and reply to me in English. That was awesome. Thank you, you been someone. Now, there's a whole different route you could choose to go through, and that's accessing Taobao through websites that belong to shipping agents. An example is Superbuy.com. Usually they'll do the translation to English for you, but the catch is that you are tied down to that specific agent and their shipping rate. Plus, usually, they'll add a commission of up to 6% of the value of the items on the transaction if they actually buy them for you. So far, if you're getting value from this video, why don't you hit that like button so that we can feed the YouTube algorithm? And if you're not yet subscribed, I make a lot of productivity and digital life videos, and I'm sure you'll find them valuable if you're appreciating this one so far. So feel very welcome to smash that big old red subscribe button below and the notification bell so that you are the first to be notified every time I upload a new video. Okay, thank you. Let's jump back in. Now, for my case, I actually opted to do the ordering for myself and just use the shipping agents for shipping only. The ordering part was not really an uphill task, especially having ordered from AliExpress countless times in the past, and those websites are pretty much similar. So with all my translation tricks under the sleeve, I was good to go. The shipping part is where there was some maneuvering to do. As I already mentioned, Taobao does not ship directly to my country, that is Kenya. So I needed to enlist the services of some shipping agents. Now, there's several Taobao agents. Superbuy is probably the most popular, but there are others like Bhiner, Taobao, and so on. Most of them offer product quality control checks and even send you pictures. They'll offer some sort of return and refund services, storage, packaging, consolidation, and they'll ship internationally using ePacket, TMS, DHL, and so on. And they'll also give you some insurance options. If you'd like to learn more about them and make your pick, you can visit a site called howtotao.com. There's quite a great deal of information over there. So in my case, I opted to use an agent called Cssbuy.com, which was actually the cheapest I found. You know, your boy got to save some coins, right? In my experience, they were actually good enough. All I needed to do was use their warehouse address as my shipping address on Taobao so that the item could be sent to them, then they would forward it to me. They actually sent some pictures of the case before they shipped it over, so I could actually give them a go ahead if I was happy with it. I paid them via Alipay, which is good enough and secure enough. It belongs to Jack Ma and Alibaba and so on. And they shipped the case using EEMS, which was actually super fast. It took literally 5 or so days to hit my local post office over here, which is even faster than some stuff that I get from the US, from Amazon and so on. The only downside though was the cost. For this case, which cost me about $90, due to its weight of 3 kilos, the shipping was actually $65, which is nearly equivalent to the value of the case. So yeah, depending on what you're buying, it may not really be worth the hassle. Not unless it's really an item that you need and you can't find it locally. And that, friends, is the craziest adventure I've ever gone on the internet. Let me hear from you guys in the comment section below if you'd attempt such a thing, or if you have any questions that you'd like me to clarify. Meanwhile, you can go on and watch this video right here, or this playlist right here. As always, see you in the next one. No pressure.